Hi, friends. Alrighty, so nice little backdrop. Awesome. That is pretty. Okay. Hi, friends. Welcome to Air to Earth Tarot. I'm Ange, and today we're reading for Capricorn. Capricorn. It's pretty brisk out here, so you might. No, you can't see my breath, but I can. Anyway, yes, reading for Capricorn today. This is a general reading, which means that it probably won't resonate for everyone out there. So just take what resonates for you, leave the rest behind. And also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Yeah, so not just your sun sign. Make sure you check out your moon and rising signs as well. Sorry, it's a little chilly out here. My brain is like just waking up. Don't worry. Anyway, what else? If you want any information on myself on Air to Earth, all that information is going to be in the description box below. You can also check out our Instagram at air2earth_. You'll also find anything you need to know there. You can DM me if you have any questions, comments, concerns as well. Information on decks are also going to be in the description box below. All right, I'm just going to take a few breaths, shuffle, and we'll jump into the reading for Capricorn. Just trying to size everything up. I'm not home, obviously. I usually am, and so we are at a different location. So just give me a second to orient myself, and we'll be all set. What do we have for Capricorn? For November, I don't know if I mentioned that. These are for November, Capricorn, for the month of November 2020. Spirits, guides, angels, ancestors. What messages do we have for Capricorn for the month of September 2020? Some messages of love, light, understanding, clarity. What messages do we have for Capricorn? All right, so we're starting out with the Animal Oracle card. Then we're going to do 2 cards on love, 2 cards on career, and 2 cards on personal development. But we're going to start with an Animal Oracle card to anchor the reading, get a general sense for what energies are going on for you, Capricorn, in November. All right. What do we have for Capricorn for the month of November 2020? What messages do we have? I like to get the shuffling. So let's do that. There we go. What messages do we have for Capricorn for November 2020? We got an upright card, so we're going to take it. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. Express yourself. What else? Let's get one more. Thank you. Meerkat, get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. Express yourself and support. So you may be making some sort of transition in the month of November, Capricorn. Something is out of the ordinary for you in November, Capricorn, is what I'm getting. And so you're going to need to kind of switch up how you express yourself and how you either do or don't support yourself. So I feel like you may be very independent, Capricorn, and so you don't necessarily give yourself the human right of support and usually human need of support. We usually need support no matter how independent we are, especially if we're going through some sort of transition. We'll definitely look deeper, but that's what I'm getting so far. So let's see what's going on for you in love, Capricorn. And when I say love, we're talking love, like the many, many different kinds of love that we express and feel as human beings. So romantic love is definitely in that, but let's not limit it to just that. So what do we have for love in Capricorn for the month of November 2020? What messages do we have? Yeah, we got the tower there. So definitely some sort of transition is happening for you, Capricorn. And November is, you're at a point where, like I said, just pay attention to the support that you may need. Pay attention to it, acknowledge it, try to get it. And make sure you're expressing yourself in ways that you don't necessarily usually, but we'll see. What do we have in love for Capricorn? Spirits, guides, angels, ancestors. What do we have in love for Capricorn? November 2020. What messages do we have in love for Capricorn? What messages do we have for love? You see that? Three of Swords. What messages do we have for love in Capricorn for November 2020? Thank you. I swear the star card continues to pop up in everybody's reading so far for November. So interesting. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords and the star card for love. Let's get two for career. What do we have in career for Capricorn, November 2020? Fool in reverse. Got two and the Five of Pentacles wanted to come out. We got 3, 4. Fool in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, Page of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into career here because it is telling quite a bit of information with those 4 cards. I'm getting a sense, an energy of like reluctance, of not wanting to start something new. You may feel bogged down by whatever transition you're going through, with regards to work, Capricorn. And something tells me you don't necessarily like to be in an emotional space. And I'm having trouble like gaining, like, I don't know. I have thoughts in my head and then they're like elusive right now. So you may be, I feel like there's an avoidance. There's 2 cards of Aquarius here so far, which Aquarius can be, I don't know how to just, I want to say irresponsible if they're not careful. I think all air signs have this quality where they have to be careful with whether they're handling their responsibilities, whether their priorities are in order. So yeah, there seems to be some pain in the love area, where you may have to look on the bright side of things. You may have to choose to put your perspective there. There's some truth being revealed. We'll see when we clarify, but there's some pain in the love department. And it may come, unexpectedly, but I do see like a denial of emotions. But it looks like you'll feel better if you acknowledge where you stand with your own emotions, just acknowledge them. So I think that's what this is about, is like, you may want to talk to, just be closer to the people you love and trust in the month of November, Capricorn. Because it looks like maybe there's a feeling of I don't want to pour into my how do I put it? I don't want to hang out with my friends too much because then they're going to ask about my situation and I don't want to talk about it because there's pain there. So there's like this energy of not wanting to acknowledge pain and trying, you know, almost like trying to keep it from everyone. So let's see what's going on in personal development for Capricorn in the month of November. Sun in reverse, Seven of Wands, Hermit, Knight of Cups. Interesting. So, yeah, there's like this energy of not wanting to, or not feeling like you're not moving, like things are not progressing the way that you want them to. I feel disappointment here. There's an energy of disappointment. We have the Sun in reverse. We have the Three of Swords on the board. We have cups here, some in reverse, some upright, but there's this energy of like rushing also. So, like rushing your personal development, like okay, let me just go in order, but they're all definitely like coinciding. Okay, so in love, we have the Three of Swords and the Star card. Again, this is a sense of disappointment, a sense of pain. It's not like heartbreaking. The Three of Swords can be scary like that, but it's not like that. That's not what I'm feeling. It's not necessarily bad. I'm just getting it's not what you expected. That's exactly what I'm getting. It's not what you expected. Some sort of situation where your heart is involved. In career, we have the Fool in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse. Again, this is that disappointment. This is that false start. This is that, oh, I thought we were doing this and no, we're actually doing that. And now my emotions are kind of not where I expected them to be. And so there's like a need to process emotions that you didn't expect to deal with in November. And then we have the Page of Cups and the Six of Wands. This is an acknowledgement of yourself. Like I said, almost like a humility kind of thing. Like if you are willing to admit where you stand and maybe express it and be proud in it, you know, stand up for where you happen to be in whatever development this is, then you'll feel better. Then you'll have people around you who are supporting you and cheering you on. And that has to do with career. So there's some sort of disappointment. And these things may be connected for some of you, maybe not though. If you are emotionally attached to your work, if you find yourself, you know, if things are bad at work, then you kind of are in a bad mood when you get home. And if you're tied to your work in that way emotionally, which is not a bad thing, if you really care about what you do and you're invested, and then things aren't going well at work, of course that's going to affect you emotionally. So I do feel like that is the case for some of you, Capricorn. Like your disappointment at work is starting to bleed into your love situation, your personal relationships. And then in personal development, we have the Sun card in reverse and the Seven of Wands. This is learning to weather when things are not going as you expected. I think you might take things very hard when they just don't work out the way that you set them up. You may take it personally, like there's something wrong with you. You didn't plan it correctly. You know, that kind of stance, but that's not necessarily true, Capricorn. You may be a little hard on yourself there. A lot of pressure is what I'm getting there. And also like a lashing out kind of energy. So just watch yourself in the month of November, Capricorn, with like those tendencies to lash out and maybe even blame when things don't go your way. And I'm also getting that it's when things don't go your way and after you put a lot of effort into them going a certain way, like that you take kind of personally. And then we have the Hermit with the Knight of Cups, which tells me there's this temptation to run away, to not lean on the people who love you, to not express yourself to anybody. And we'll clarify, but I don't know that that's the lesson here for you, Capricorn. I think it might be the opposite. I think it might be to look at these tendencies, Capricorn. So let's see. So the Three of Swords again, Three of Wands here, Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's this struggle you have with leaning on people, with telling the truth about your situation, so that maybe, I don't know, Capricorn, maybe people can actually help you. But there's this hang up where you don't express exactly what's going on, even to the people you love and trust, because you don't want, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, you don't want to admit that you need the help, and so you deny the help, so as to not acknowledge that you actually need the help, which has to do with a lack of humility, if I can speak plainly. Right? All right, so let's clarify the love position, the Three of Swords and the Star card. Spirits, guides, angels, ancestors. Whoa, too many. Why is the Three of Swords here with the Star card? Why is the Three of Swords here with the Star card? Empress in reverse. Yep, this is just a loss of confidence. What else? And the Tower. I'm just making sure that actually, anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yes. Yeah, major arcana here. We have the Empress in reverse and the Tower. This is, like I said, just like a sudden disappointment, some sort of news or happening. It may not be news, and there may be no warning of this at all, but something happens that really disappoints you. You may have been looking for a new job or news at work, or something tells me, even though it's in the love position, that you may love your work, Capricorn. Whether you would express it that way or not is something else. But if you're emotionally tied to something, then there is a sense of love there. There's love. You're allowing it to affect your heart space, which one could define that as love. So, but I am getting that your relationship with work is bleeding into your personal relationships. And for some reason, you don't want to express, there's a reluctance to express that this shit caught you off guard and that you're not feeling super confident right now. So let's clarify the Fool and the Page of Cups in reverse, please. Why is the Fool here in reverse? What is this false start? An offer being like retracted. What is that? Can we clarify the Fool in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse, please? Can we clarify thank you. We got the Death card in reverse, resisting change, and the Page of Wands in reverse, not wanting to start over. Yeah, the more cards are pulled, the more the stronger that energy is of, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go this route, we're not supposed to be here, and just really taking it personally. Ooh, whole deck came out. All right, yeah, there's a lot of anger here, at least in the cards, in the month of November for you, Capricorn. A lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of why me, but I worked so hard. Let me pull one more on these more positive cards. We got the Six of Swords in reverse. Something says stick it out. Stick it out, Capricorn. This thing may have upset you, and you may need some time to kind of work through your emotions, but that's why you have friends, loved ones. And that's why we have other tools to kind of express ourselves. So therapy for sure. If you're not in therapy, there is definitely a nudge in that direction as far as the cards are concerned. But also just using your loved ones as therapy is also here. And just being honest about your position. But something looks like it knocks you back a couple of steps here. Progress has been put in reverse. and there's a lot of anger and frustration. But again, the win comes when you humble yourself and admit it and express yourself to people that you trust and love. So let's see what's going on in personal development. Why is the sun here in reverse with the 7 of Wands? Thank you. 2 of Cups in reverse and the 7 of Swords in reverse. Again, this looks like how you handle disappointment. It looks like there was an offer made in the past and now it's being rescinded. It's being taken back in some way. Progress is moving in the negative. And you, again, there's almost like a blaming kind of energy, suspicious. You get very suspicious. Like you can't believe it for what it is at face value. And you start putting energy into blaming, even if it's yourself, which is not very helpful in terms of being constructive or reconstructive. What's going on with this Hermit? We got the Page of Cups again. Yeah, this is rushing your development. Rushing your development. Like, be careful of saying you're okay when you're not. That's all. And be careful of avoiding people just so that you don't have to admit how you feel. Capricorn. So, a lot of specific messages there. Not too much in the advice department, except stay in your pain, stay in your emotions, stay there and admit what's going on with you. Stay there long enough to decipher it all, to process it all. If something disappoints you, angers you, frustrates you this month, stay there long enough to process those emotions. If there was advice here, that's what it is. And also lean on your support system to help you through a tough time. That's all. It's not as serious or personal as you make it, Capricorn. But there is a sense of a need for humility, just enough to be able to admit when you're hurt, disappointed, etc. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I really hope you navigate this in a way that is helpful to yourself, and that you lean on your support system. So we'll see you next month, and thanks for watching. This button. There you are.